America's cities in decline. Crime continues to ravage cities across the country. And in the most recent of heinous attacks were two New York City police officers. They were both shot while responding to a domestic dispute in Harlem. 22-year-old Jason Rivera was killed. 27-year-old Wilbert Mora, he's in critical condition. These crimes continue to happen on what now feels like a daily basis. So what is it going to take to get lawmakers to wake up and make our streets safer? And joining us now, who better to discuss this, is New York City Councilwoman Inna Vernikov, one of the newest members of the New York City Council. Thanks for being here tonight. But this is what President Biden had to say regarding the matter, tweeting out, quote, "Jill and I are saddened to hear two NYPD officers were shot last night, one fatally. We're keeping them and their families in our prayers. Officers put on the badge and head into harm's way every day. We're grateful to them and their families for their extraordinary sacrifice." Now, the NYPD today, they tweeted out a photo of the officer who was killed and also stated, quote, "Tonight we mourn the loss of a hero officer, a son, husband, and friend. Only 22 years old, police officer Jason Rivera was murdered in the line of duty. We vow to never forget Jason, and his fellow finest vow to honor his tremendous legacy of service and the ultimate sacrifice." Now, there are some really troubling stats, Councilwoman, from New York City's police department. We know that murders are up, felony assaults, they're up 9.1%, robberies up 4.5%, rapes are up 2%, murders up 1.5%. Now, the mayor says he wants to come up with these new gun laws to make the city safer, but as we both know, that won't do much. When you see rapes are up, assaults are up, you can look a certain way and somebody will come up and slug you in the face in this city. How do we change that?
Hi, first of all, thank you for having me on, Logan. My heart goes out to the police officer that died last night, and there's another police officer who is right now in critical condition, and I hope he gets better very soon. Look, this is coming down to the policies of our politicians, the soft on crime environment that we're living in right now. New York City in 2021 ended with an uptick in violent crime in subways, assault, and homicide, numbers that have not been seen in 25 years. The politicians have really got to stand up and take action. First of all, we have to support our police officers. The sentiment against our police officers is creating more crime. It is an open invitation for criminals. Look at what's going on with the new district attorney in Manhattan right now. The district attorney is downgrading felonies to misdemeanors. You can literally walk into a bank with an assault, with a weapon, rob it, and get a misdemeanor. And what happens afterwards? You know, you can plead out. You can go home with a violation. So it is literally an invitation for criminals to come out and commit crimes. And the politicians have got to stand up and take responsibility.
Well, you mentioned the policies in this city. The bail reform is another one. You yourself were involved in a situation where two individuals from the city, two Jewish guys from the city, were beat up by a man. He got out on $1,000 bail. I mean, that is what's happening in this city right now. So we could talk about guns till the cows come home, but the violent criminals are getting back out onto the streets.
Bail reform is a state issue. The state legislature has got to change these laws that allow criminals to literally come out of court an hour later. That's exactly what happened with this case. There was an assault on a boy. It was a hate crime. It was clearly a hate crime. He called him a dirty Jew. He went in. We sat at the hearing, and an hour later, he paid $1,000 to get out. And who knows if he's committing other crimes? The state legislature has got to change these laws, and the district attorneys of New York City have got to take responsibility and stop letting violent criminals back onto the street.
Well, this could be some good news for Republicans in the New York City Council like yourself, because 61% of Americans, according to a new poll, they say they disapprove of the way that President Biden is handling the crime wave. That is according to ABC News, that poll. Only 36% approve. What do you think is really the dynamic here in New York City? Average New Yorkers who've lived there their whole lives, do you think that people are finally going to say, we thought maybe Eric Adams was going to be the guy to change things. Right now, things are still the same. Do you think that in 2022, people are going to start to change the way they vote?
Look, I think if we get a couple more Alvin Braggs, people will really start seeing, and the crime wave will really affect their personal lives, and they will start understanding that the way they vote is what creates the policies that are causing these crimes to happen on our streets. And I do think that people will start seeing that, and things will start shifting.
Now, according to the LAPD, so across the country, violent crime there is spiking. Homicides in Los Angeles rose 52% last year from 2019. Shootings were up 59%. So this is not just going on in your city of New York. I live in Washington, D.C. Right now, there is an epidemic of carjackings down there. So what do we do about these big cities? Obviously, we know they're under Democratic control, but the fact of the matter is the cities that we've grown up loving and living in, they are under attack right now. How do we clean it up?
We vote Republican.
And the thing, too, Councilwoman, Republicans get in there. How do you go about cleaning it up, especially, let's say, New York City? Republicans take over the council, and a Mayor Adams were still to be in there. How would you work with him?
Look, right now there are 5 Republicans in the city council. We formed something called the Common Sense Caucus, which is a caucus that will have both Republicans and moderate Democrats. We plan to have a voice. We plan to pass bills that are common sense, that are pro-police, that are anti-crime, that will help us clean up our streets. But again, it's all about having a voice and fighting for the things that will really help people and not help criminals.
New York City Republican Councilwoman Ina Vernikov, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.